Hi, I'm Rachel Morgan. I'm 25 years old from Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm a computer database. I've pretty much been active my whole life. I've always been skinny. When I was younger, I was real cut. You can see all my abs. And I played soccer, martial arts for 6 years. Once I joined the military, I went into the Air Force and actually got lazier because I got a computer job sitting down all day. And I was just fed up with not being very active anymore and just getting very lazy and seeing my body change to where I just stayed skinny, but I could never get back to that real cut look that I wanted.
Had you tried any other programs to kind of get back into shape in the last couple of years?
Yes, I had. Actually, I had hired a personal trainer out of Bali's fitness gym, and he looked great. He had about 4% body fat, but he didn't do a thing for me. I worked out really hard. I ran 5 days a week and wore a 20-pound weight vest, and I still could not get my run time back down. So it was very frustrating. I had tried different diets, and I took an actual nutrition class because there's so much garbage out there of what you should do in this diet and that diet. So I went to a community college, took a nutrition class, and learned about the science behind it.
Specifically accomplished in about 13, 14 weeks?
I've lost 7 pounds of body fat, and I've lost 5 inches overall over my, as a complete number. And I have reduced my run time specifically from 13:46. I tested in June, and just in February last week I did my military test and ran it in 11:06 for a mile and a half.
Fastest ever?
Fastest I've ever had that
Okay.
I know of.
Are you stronger than ever?
7 years. Yes. I've not just strength that I've noticed, but endurance. It's been unbelievable.
When did you first notice that this was going to work?
Actually, it wasn't until about my second month or 2.5 months of when I noticed a significant difference. It was huge to me because we'll look in the mirror a lot and see, I don't see much. I'm not seeing that small changes. But it was, the biggest thing was my legs. One day I just looked down and I'm like, wow, they are so toned. And I just never seen that before. So even my husband commented on that.
What about that run? Cool.
It was probably the best run. I hate running, first of all. Make that very clear, I hate running. Every footstep's horrible, but it's not that it's painful, it's just, it's boring. But I'll tell you, I had to do it for military, and I got out there, and it was great. I ran, and I just focused on looking at scenery, don't think about what you're doing, but the physical difference I felt, I've never in my life felt before. My legs weren't fatiguing. And, you get halfway through your run, you expect, I've never ran before, and my legs didn't hurt me. And they were able to last the whole thing and just focused on breathing. And I finished that race and I pushed out at the end like I normally did, sprinted it, and I had no pain, I had no fatiguing. You're going to get a little bit of soreness, but not just the fatigue when your legs start to feel like they're weights. I didn't have that at all.
And then you had the best time ever?
I had the best time I've ever had.
That's excellent.
Went from, like I said, in June, it was 13:46, and now I'm at 11:06.
Cool.
And I even beat some of the guys.
Cool. Good. You're talking about group training.
But it has to be people of yours. That was a huge thing with the body. It has to be people performing at around the same level. What was great with the body firms, I had one woman who was just right above me, something to reach for, and another one who was just right on my heels trying to catch up. So it kept you pushing to be better than the person below you and pushing harder to get up to the person above you.
And then when we do one-on-one, we get to know you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
cool. What
that
would you
was
say
great
to them to get them off the fence and to take a shot at this?
I would tell them there's absolutely no way that you are going to make up for someone who's knowledgeable in the area where you want to get. And what I mean by that is we may try on our own and we'll succeed. We may get a few pounds off, but there's a huge difference to have a professional, somebody who really has the knowledge of what you need to do, and having them train you personally. Because group activities, remember, some of these classes you go to a gym, you're only performing at the level of that instructor or at the level of maybe your best person in class. So, or an average level actually. I mean, you're going to want, if you want to push yourself to your own personal limits, having that trainer there. I've had a lot of people, for example, from work saying, oh, you can go to the gym and you can lift weights and you can do the same exercise. You don't need to spend that money. And I would tell them it's worth it to me. It's worth it to me because I'm getting the results, and that trainer knows me personally, and he's going to push me harder than I'm going to push myself. And that's what I would tell them. If you want to make that last top percent, you want to be the best of the best, you've got to get serious, and you've got to get somebody who knows how to get the job done. And something that you said to me that really stuck with me of when I did a contract for so long, I don't like doing contracts. Everyone has a contracts and sales pitch. But something you said to me that really stood out significantly than anyone else is look at my clients. More than the trainers or anything else, what kind of results are we as a business getting for our clients? And you open it up to talk to your clients or to take a look at their stories, just like we're doing right now, of what you achieved, and we're able to get them.